Okay. Hello guys, welcome back. In this very today video edition here, product here from Olight. And this very product here is called Ark Pro. There was one which they sent me previously, which is Clip, which I reviewed in my channel. And in this very one here, I'm gonna be unboxing this very flashlight here before you guys, so you know exactly what you're going to be expecting when you buy any of this good powerful product. I recommend you guys to get it. It can clip perfectly in your clothing. You can go anywhere with it. Have floodlight, it has tow mode. It's basically 3-in-1 and very powerful. Now let's go into this. If you look at it very well, when you bought it, in order to be sure that it's not tampered, there's going to be having a 2 seal. One on right here, which is still in this very place here, which is the right place to open it. And for those who want to take the back door, they also got you. There is another seal here. So if you look at it critically, the 2 seal hasn't been broken. Yeah, you can see it right now. And if you see this one also, it hasn't been broken. When you remove it, you can put it back the way they put it. Maybe someone has to glue it or something. So guys, without wasting more of your time, let's get started. So right here. Okay, what am I going to be expecting? Christmas. I'm going to be going a little bit back and forth because I don't have much of a camera to cover this right here. Okay, so you don't face it like this when you're opening it. You face the side where you have the logo, so you have the image and it will come out perfectly the way you can see it right now. So this is how it is. So I'm going to come a little bit closer here. This is how it comes. So there are some written instruction here, which I'm going to draw the camera a little bit closer so that you guys can take a look at it more better. Here we go. On this very one here, okay, the first thing that fell off, which is somewhere around here, is actually definitely the manual. So I want to take a look at it. Well packaged. And oh, that's lovely. You got some kind of like a gold plated card. Okay. I think people often don't read manual these days, except if suppose they go into problem. But here, they did actually make a very good schematic diagrams of what you should be expecting in most of their products and how to operate it. But like I said, I often like the adventure of trying to operate it without reading those manuals, so I can be able to see how user-friendly it is. I often do that a lot, alright? So, okay, here is it. Okay, I can see something right here, and that is actually the charging cable. Oh, it's even magneted to it already. From there, kind of holding it in place. So that's what it comes with. It's not the USB-C type. You can see it here. This one goes into your power bank or your charger. And this one here is magnetic. If you have used your product before, the Ark Fed, it's the same, aside on the Clip. Now here we got it. So completely unboxed it, and this is the real guy. And the first impression here is that it kind of feel heavy, like as if it's some kind of heavy metal which they use in engineering days. However, I go through some of this very description here, and they actually said they actually mentioned this meticulously from aluminum block. It's not just anyhow aluminum block. And in that, they created a unibody. So with that said, with the world full of kind of slippery device these days, glass front and back, it slips out of your hands, and guess what happens? Let me show you just a quick example of it. You can see ink bleed and cracks all over the place. So that's what happens when you make a lot of a product with a lot of parts. But this one here comes with just one unibody, and I don't know if you guys can hear that. It kind of feels so smooth, and I'm getting it closer to the mic so that you can hear. So there is kind of a texture feel at the side here, and those is to avoid slippage while you are using it. Even if you slips and fall, it's not gonna do anything because this is a unibody. So they're really kind of meticulously mentioned this from a CNC. So it's a lot of work. Then every other part comes inside. So with that, when it fall off your hands, you're not really gonna be being so minded if it's gonna break open. But like I said, it feels so heavy. And I do also remember that this very version here comes with 2000 mAh battery, and there is a specific instruction about that that if you use this on the mid range for 30 minutes, the battery can be able to last for you for a whole lot of 26 whooping days. That is huge. So I'm quite impressed, seriously impressed. So, and for the record, before we start going inside here, there is a note here, which they said, the yellow one right here, they say if there is a streak, there you should be able to use a rag to clean it up. Then on the bottom part here, there is also a written note. You should charge to activate it before using it. I hope you guys catch that, right? Okay, don't mind my sweating. Now let's get into it. So the first thing I want to take off is this very cover here. Okay, to reveal the buttons. That's cool. Now the first thing which I'm seeing here is where you can actually hang it somewhere here. And next, since they say we should charge it before we use it, I can clip this one somewhere here. It's right there. So let me get my power bank. Give me the power bank. So I can plug it, and it says charge to activate. So I'm gonna charge it first. So you can, okay. Now I plug it, it's not showing any light. Don't worry, it's perfectly okay. But there is a light. If I should dim the light right now, you're gonna see a red light on here. I'm trying to create a darkness so you guys can see there is a red light here. So if I pull it off right now, that red light has disappeared. So I've activated it, and over here it has kind of a USB, wow, and kind of like it have a spring right there. So when you push it, kind of retracts back and locks right in place. So premium feel, like the old clip which I reviewed previously. Now here is another very useful tool here with this very strong magnet here, so you can actually attach it in something. Okay, here you go, where you want to work or something. The only little first downside I'm seeing that it doesn't have any light on the back here, but with this 4 light here, whatever you want to do, it can be able to actually do it, right? But I think you suppose there is some sort of another light somewhere here. With this magnet they give it, it can help you in reading. I hope you get it. It's going to be shining somewhere here while you're reading. That's for student or even for handwork craftsmen. So now I want to go into powering this thing on, and on the charger side before we go, the charger is actually USB type C that goes in here. So it has 2 charging, one here and one here. Then that got me, it's kind of being exposed, like what if this thing here that's not supposed to charge it, is it gonna make contact between here and here? That's a very good question if you have that in mind. But they carefully give this thing a very serious thought, and you can't actually bridge it when you are putting it right in there. If suppose there is a metal contact right there. So with that said, let me go and power it on and remove this very cover here, this yellow cover. Thank you, buddy. Now we've been exposed with 4 lights right there. We have one here, we have one there, we have one on top, and we have one at the bottom. So I'm gonna press and hold, and let's see right here, like the app fed, you can see 3 control, right? You can see 3 control. And if I turn it this way, there is a control button here. This very control button here is designated only for the laser, and it has only 2 modes. While this other side here, we have the flood, we have the spotlight. So let me press and hold it, and it's on. Now one of that very impressive thing which they did here again is the indicator. It has an indicator actually. That indicator is what let me power this thing off. Press 1 time. If you press it the 2nd time, you can see that indicator right there. That green one there is actually for the battery, how many bars which it has charged. If I press it again, why the one for lights is white. They are both separated. The one for battery bars is showing somewhere here, this side. Why the one for the light, how many bars which you have, the light is shining, is somewhere down on this side. So let me press it again so you guys can see it. Right now you can see the green one which is for the battery. But let me press and hold so you can activate the full mode. You can see 1 bar right there. Okay, now I want to fiddle with it. 1, 2, 3. Whoa, you didn't expect that, right? So why on the first, when you press it on the first time, if you press it continuously 1, 2, 3, it's gonna turn on that very flashy mode. You heard it from my mic, right? Let me do it again. Okay, so if you press it and hold it down, it activates the first light hold it down again, it activates the second part of the light, activate it the third time, and you see the fourth time. We can see, oh, it's not showing. If I press it again, it offs, but right here is showing the bars of the light. So at the first initial stage where you put it on right now, this is the fourth stage. You can see the white, okay, it has disappeared, right? That is a serious piece of machine work right there, because when you're looking at it right here, you are not going to actually believe that there is something there. You only just look on the second time, or only when the light pops out, before you can be able to see. So let me switch to the other side. On this very side here is where the UV light is. So if I take the pointer this way, that is the UV light right there. While on this other side is the spotlight. So let me turn on the laser. You can see it right here. The laser has two modes. If I hold on down on it again, it will increase. Hold it down again, it reduces. So that's pretty much impressive. I want to go back a little bit again. Let me go and test this UV light. You guys can see it. The UV light only have two modes. When you hold it down much, it just kind of show you 3 bars, but kind of. Now, some other impressive feature that this very flashlight have here, it has ability. Let me go into the spotlight mode. There's a spotlight right there. Okay. You guys can see it coming from this side. So let me put it off. Now let me turn it back to the moonlight. You see it coming from here. Hold it down again. It add 1 bar. Press and hold it down. It add another bar. Press and hold it down. It add the 4th bar. So I just showed you guys a trick on the first aspect here, where you on it, you power it on the first time, and you 1, 2, 3. You don't need to put it on the first time before you activate that, if suppose you want it to blink that faster. So that's really, really cool, and I am so impressed by this, seriously. Why in the world where we live today, a lot of industry thrives on planned obsolescence, make products that as soon as it fell off your hand, someone is thinking outside the box to make the product which you buy lasts a longer time. And I forgot to mention, say, lifetime warranty. So they wouldn't build a crap and say it is lifetime warranty. And also they forgot to tell you it has 3 different flashlights of this very Ark Pro. You have the Ark Pro, then you have the Ark Pro Ultra, then you have the Ark Pro Light. The Light has more lower barrier version and less expensive. And the other one that is not Ultra is second, while the Ultra is more expensive than all of it. But pretty much in as much as you are after its performance, you shouldn't strain yourself out trying to get the Ultra. You can get the second one, which is not the Light one. I can't remember the name, sorry. So guys, this is a very good product in my own overview, despite the fact that it doesn't have any light here, but it's still okay. For mechanic, DIY, you can hang this at your underneath your hood, in as much as there is metal there, and it's going to hold it in place, and you switch to the moonlight option, and it's going to focus on what you're doing right there. Now, there is one last impressive feature which they did here. Let's say you have this very flashlight where you know that kids are going to be playing with it. I don't know if maybe the laser light may be a little bit harmful, so you don't want kids to actually on it. You can just put it on the first aspect, which is press 1 is there right now, then you press and hold. No, that is quite tricky to learn, but I want to show you. Okay, I made a mistake. You shouldn't lift your hand, just hold it. Yeah, it's just locked right there. The key just disappears. So if I touch it right now, you see a key sign right there. So it's locked. So if I press it, it's not going to power on. It's not going to power on. So for most of you, maybe for one reason you mistakenly locked it and you didn't know that you locked it and you're trying to power it on. So you should know. Now to unlock it, you just need to hold it down a little bit longer and it's going to unlock. So that safety feature is very good to protect this from children. I'm still kind of wondering, it's so built quality like tank, it feels so heavy, but I'm not saying that's really going to add a lot of weight to you. With a lot of versatile hanging stuff which they did here, you can hang it on your belt rope and a lot more, you know. But like I said, I'm seriously impressed with the whole thing, and it's a very good product to buy for the fact that they decided to mention this, and it seems to have a glass right in front here. You see, it's so shiny. So I think this is the best of all so far. So guys, thank you all Olight for sending me this product to review before my audience. And you guys, don't hesitate. I'm going to be leaving the link below this very video description where to buy it. And they're making a sale this Black Friday, so there's going to be some certain percentage off for you, my subscribers who are buying. So request a coupon code if you want to buy this. But trust me when I say this is a very good product, a very good one. The ones they have sent me so far, none of them have failed. They are really, really, really good. So guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.